Well, I think that's enough folks to call quorum. Hey, everybody, it's Bobo the Vulture, and it's the Upside Down Castle in Castlevania Symphony of the Night as lethal coined it last time. This is the Alu Casual Richter run because I'm not going for speed uh, because that ship has sailed. I'm not going for a 100% exploration run because you need a lot of tricks. You need to be able to learn how to chain this move forever and ever, amen. And I'm not good enough at that. Oh my gosh. Surf knows how to write the upside down letters. I don't know what these runes are. But let's go ahead and go back out here. I believe we should be on the tower. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, we're in this little area. This save is from right after having defeated Frankenstein's monster. These guys look big and bad. These are, so far, have been the easiest enemies in the Inverted Castle. The Inverted Castle, of course, is a place where Richter's damage is doubled, but so is the danger. Now, his damage is doubled, and that's basically the only buff he gets in the entire game. There's no leveling with Richter. We start with the maximum number of hearts that we can have, which is 99. It does seem, although it's hard to tell with the darn life bar, that we are getting more life whenever we get a life max, which is one of the reasons we've been going around and fighting bosses. Oh, there's one right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. What? A life max! So, we found a life max, everybody. Glorious day. Kalu Kalay. CD. And this hallway, I remember I was expecting there to be big bads here, and it turned out there weren't so much. There was just a bunch of thornweeds, which I'm perfectly fine with. This hallway, even when you are playing the game as Alucard, as the game was sort of intended to be played, and he levels up and he's got, you know, all of his skills and everything, is a little difficult. This portion of the castle, sort of the, like, central portion of the castle here, which is actually one of the first places that you go when you are playing the upside or the right side up castle. But here, got a bunch of Jacobones. They're a little bit annoying. We later on get Nova Skeletons, which we haven't tested that theory yet, but I'm pretty sure would one-hit us. Stone Skull! Stone Skull! By God! Anyways, by God, it's Stone Skull. There's nothing we can do about Stone Skull. He's just there. He's a force of nature. Or she's a force of nature. That could be a Lady Skull. I don't presume to know about these skulls and their gender identities. I don't want that axe, though. I want to keep the holy water because I want to be able to spam it on bosses. And when I say spam it on bosses, I mean use it once on a boss, and that be enough to defeat the boss. Oh, there isn't one here. I was thinking I was going to have to be extra fleet-footed here, but no. Oh, here I was hoping going this way would be an escape from what's to come over here to the left. It's just a bunch of traps that I don't feel like being trick-trapped by. And this is just a small heart. There's no special goodies over here, which is a pity. If I had a better memory, I might be able to identify where exactly I need to go and where exactly I need to avoid going. I'd love to avoid going here, but I kind of can't. At least we were able to dispense of that Jacobones without too much trouble. Let's just get rid of those enemies. I know it cost me a lot of hearts, but I still have a lot of hearts. Yeah, let's go this way. This way's better. As difficult as it is to sort of make my way through, I like this idea more. I don't like those crushing traps. Just because you're in the middle of fighting other enemies and they come in and ruin your day. Collect money, which is absolutely pointless in Richter mode. Which is interesting because, like, if you would have to think about between the two of them, who would have a more practical use for money, Richter or Alucard? Richter has to buy things like food, unless he, you know, just happens to make his way through his whole life just eating pieces of meat that he finds buried inside walls. One step forward and 2 steps back. Gotta get your aim right on these guys, otherwise you're never going to achieve your big dreams. Now, there is no boss this direction, but it is at least theoretically possible that there is a Jack of Bones. It's at least theoretically possible that there is there's a life max over here. And if there's a life max, I'd like to have it. And if there's not, you know, we get to see what's over here. I mean, I imagine it's possible that a lot of you have already played this game enough. Ooh, Hearts Max. Hearts Max. Hearts Max is good, except that it does nothing for us. Ouch. That's right, I receive physical pain from us not moving in the right direction. Could have seen that coming, but thankfully the balloon pods do not hurt Alucard or Richter that much. I recall them being kind of painful in the past. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. One balloon pod, go tell the others. Perfect genocide bonus. And another quiet chamber full of urns. Maybe one of the urns will have something valuable. Probably they will all be small hearts. Which means that in an earlier version of the game, i.e. the time that you play through as Alucard, they might have actually had something of interest. I don't remember exactly. But all of the items that are of interest, like cool weapons and armor and cloaks and whatever, they are all replaced by small hearts in this game when you play as Richter. Because Richter, if I press start, it just gives you that little pause function up there. It doesn't actually bring up a menu where you can equip and unequip relics and the like. It's another little bit of map completion. That's right, Space Lupine. Richter is all heart. And he's all that in a bag of chips. What a man, what a man, what a man. What a mighty good vampire hunter. Yes, he is. down they go, ever so gently. You know, I could just leave that balloon pod alone, huh? And just collect these dollar bills. Leave you alone, too. Look at Richter becoming all pacifist all of a sudden. Don't want to let those Nova Skeletons get off an attack. It takes them a long time, and they do a very theatrical build-up, so there's not much chance that they'll surprise you with one, but you still don't want to catch one. Well, that worked far better than I expected. Oh, OD dubs. I mean, so far we haven't found that much evil. We just got started. But we are in the Upside Down Castle, so that means something. And I got past what for me is actually the most difficult stretch of the game, which is a bunch of spike traps and Nova Skeletons. And Jacobones hanging out. Anyways, here's a dangerous and deadly battle. Richter keeps turning into mist. It's like I've got him trapped in a pattern, but thank goodness I didn't have too much more hearts for that. Hearts max, hearts max. He took a lot of item crashes. Hearts max. You know, it's that mist form. What can you do about it, right? Now, I don't think... Yeah, the water does not appear to be falling from above here, so... That's one part of the game that's different here in Upside Down Land. Oh, jeez. Just have to do another item crash just for this room to get past all these dark octopi. Just a few of these guys. I forgot about that little surprise. Now imagine if I had the ability to use Soul Steel or Poison Mist. So many of you little dudes here. That's right, I called you guys little dudes. Well, that's not a lot of health and not a lot of hearts. Let's see whether or not it is enough to take on whatever this boss is. I don't remember the bosses in the Upside Down Castle especially well. Oh, there's no boss here. Right, because this chamber, and you guys are all back. Kiss my grits. Because this is the actual room where you would have fought the boss last time. It was just a scrolling trick that... That's right. I'm going to use this trick if I can. I don't want to get down there and get pummeled by these guys. Oh, Hazel, you tapped me with your paw. Hazel's sitting down next to me, sharing in my glories, my triumphs and my defeats here. It's like, holy crap, one of these guys is moving slightly closer to me. I mean, this... Here. That's not doing it for you guys? Oh, okay, there we go. Slowly but surely. Knock these guys the fuck out. Where did you come from? There a trapdoor back here where there's more dark octopi coming from? I do not approve. Yeah. Well, that was just peach keen, wasn't it? That was pretty much just a giant Richter trap, huh? Well, I survived the giant Richter trap, so I guess you failed, game. After I've gone on a rant several times during this run where I say that I don't believe that the Richter mode was as carefully planned out as some people suspect. I think they just had a playable character and decided they would let you play it. Oh, that was a system sound, wasn't it? Hang on a second. I should probably get rid of those. Let's just mute desktop audio here. You don't need to know whether or not people are trying to get in touch with me on Facebook or respond to my likes. You know what? Screw it. I'll come down here. Where's the other entrance? Okay, it's over here. These Jaxo Bones and Nova Skeletons, man, I tells ya. They don't seem like that bad a news, but that's part of your sort of classic Castlevania strategy. Hey, Life Max. Life Max. Friggin' love it. Life Max. No! Give me back that. Stop making me exchange. I want the holy water and the holy water only for all time. Yeah, you don't want to get in the way of that. Good, some big hearts. And some classic twirling. So we can get that, terrible balloon pods out of the way. Get out of here, balloon pods. No one likes your styles. Yay, money dollars. And I suppose if anybody either came back during the stream or later on in comments on YouTube when this goes to YouTube, you know, this would be the perfect tool for taking out this guy, but I don't want it. I want to keep my holy water. And there's like an interview with Iga or something like that, in which he says, "Oh yeah, we planned from the beginning to make this game playable as Richter Belmont. We just ran out of time to make entirely separate story for him, so it just became something of an extra mode. Or, once we realized we had this character, we decided that we would make some specific design changes to the castle to make it possible to play through as him, and we devote a little bit of extra resources to this." You know, I guess then, you know, shut my mouth and kiss my grits and all that, but no. I was thinking of that specifically because there are all of these little lips in the upside-down castle that Alucard, by the time that you get here, wouldn't really need, because he's got bat mode, he's got mist form, he's got all the tricks. You know how Alucard is, or how, yeah, he knows how to move, he knows how to groove. Yeah. Just try me, imp. Just roll up and test me. Good, another small heart. I'm glad. I mean, I am okay with it. I would have preferred that imp not hit me. But these are minor things, right? Nope, don't want the dagger. The dagger is helpful in at least one of the boss fights. In that if you aim it right, it's one that you can aim specifically and then get a lot of damage on a guy if he's got like a weak spot or something like that. But if you just want to be sure, may as well just go with holy water. It's been out too long in the Midnight Sea. Now that we're here, I'll go ahead and just take a quick dash across here. Save the game again. We accomplished very little with that sort of run around Sue, but I think it was a good idea. And also I think it's a good idea too, even though this is slightly short for YouTube. I'll go ahead and call it here because I don't remember what the next save spot is down here. Down where, Kev? Down here. So this is BoboTheVulture, and this is Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Elu Casual Richter mode. And when we come back later, you know, more running around, looking for bosses, seeing what we can accomplish. Actually, this may be a good way to just try and take the long way around to get to the final chamber, because all you need to do in this is just go to the area where you would fight Dracula in the regular version of the game, fight the boss that's there, and you win. There is no good or bad ending depending on what like items you have equipped or what what characters you've spoken to, and you know how you defeated certain enemies or things like that. There's none of that here. It's just you beat them, you win. You don't beat them, you don't win. That's all there is to it. Anyhow, folks, I will talk to you all next time. Bye for now.